I'm just saying, I hope you don't bounce a check because you're going to pay through the nose. In tonight's Biz Blitz, ATM fees, a host of other banking fees. Well, the banks are taking a cue right from the airlines and just charging you through the nose, so get used to it. What do our panel members think of it? Trace, what do you think?
I mean, up to almost $5 to go to an ATM machine. That's not
part of your network.
Right. So you're talking about 6.5% increase in fees, and it's on everything. As you mentioned, it's checks. If you go over your balance, they are hitting you all. The thing is, though, what's interesting is the banks are not making the money you think they are or they think they should be. So there's going to be a break point, I think, with this. There's going to be a goodwill break point with customers, and everyone's going to start using PayPal to pay for everything, and you're not going to need cash in your pocket anymore.
Well, no, but actually, too, to that point, an extension of that is going to be what's happening with the mobile payments platform that Apple is coming up with. iPhone. I mean, I may need an account in some regard. Maybe it is my PayPal account, but I'm going to use my phone to pay for everything and not use the ATM and not use a debit card.
Through your bank for that?
Well, that's the thing. To her point about PayPal, we could come up with other digital options in banking. I mean, when's the last time you actually went and saw a teller in a bank? Do you remember that?
That's true.
So I think there's other options out there.
But why are they doing this? I mean, did they take a cue from the airlines and say, "Hey, there's gold in them, their fees"?
They can, and the customer. Yes, there's going to be cool online, but let's be honest. Let's talk about the customer. Let's be real. Let's be real. This is a convenience fee to not go to your bank's ATM. You are out drinking, and there is an ATM there with some.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
And it says on it, we're going to charge you $4. It says it right when you take. They have to say it, and you're like, I'm not going to go find my bank. So okay.
So what do you do to get around this? Do you go to your bank and take out a little extra? Because that's what I do.
That's what I do. I will only go to Chase. I'm a cheapskate about this. My wife, you can tell where the ATM charge came out by there was a fee attached to it. So it's a mentality.
See, then
she goes to those bodegas to get it.
I'm willing to walk to save the $5.
Will take your debit card, and that's what I do now. I won't take cash out. I'll pay for that pack of gum with my debit card.
I will say this, though. Banks are coming up with new programs, and they're offering it to customers to help you get around situations like this.
Well, they tell you that, just like the airline fees, there are ways to avoid it.
There are ways to avoid it, but you actually have to have a conversation with somebody at the bank. You can do it. It's just, get off the couch and go do it.
All right. This is something pretty serious, very, very scary. This one involves what has to be one of the most incredibly bizarre stories I've covered in a long time. An Arkansas realtor, Beverly Carter, she's found dead, right? And the murder suspect arrested saying this was the motive. Listen.
Why Beverly?
She was a rich broker.
She was a rich broker. That is scary, Tracy.
I mean, he just picked her out of a crowd because apparently the whole thing is just crazy how his little mind worked and what society has come to, that we can just think we could take people off this earth because we're angry about something else.
But that's what's happened to our society over the last several years, is that it's target the rich, hate the 1%.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is another. Did he know her? Do we know that whether he knew her?
No, he probably
just was well known in the area, I guess.
No, but certainly. I mean, but that's not the point. He probably didn't know anything about her. It's just that this is the kind of sick mental capacity that's actually being grown in America, and that's the sad part. We're hating CEOs. How many death threats do you think Jamie Dimon has gotten in his career as a banker at J.P. Morgan? I mean, probably too many to count.
What do you think of this? Because this just got glaring because the guy all but said it. But we've seen other incidents, violent incidents, where money has been the issue.
France, when everyone cut everyone's head off for being rich. I mean, look, I'm a little sensitive to this because at night I read the Piketty book, which is still popular, the Capital book, to fall asleep. And I have nightmares about revolutions and people taking money from people who are successful. And you wonder how far this could go with that mentality. I believe this is an isolated event, but if you start having people think that, we're not fairly taxing them as high as these experts say we should, therefore we will take it into our own hands.
But it's one thing to feed resentment at success, another thing to go violent as a result.
And but that's with everything, right? And that worries me, especially with the kids watching these days, that if you're upset with someone, you go kill them. Columbine, I mean, you name it, like all these people that went into schools and killed kids just because they were angry about something. Like, this is not what we want anyone to think or anyone to do, and it's awful that it's out there.
We hope this is an isolated case, but increasingly, it's not.